Yes, stuff is different right now. We're not all together, but we can still play games. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, go.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mike of the Brothers Murph, and this is Metagame Minute, where we talk about something in board gaming. And oh, is there a certain topic that's the only thing that people can talk about right now? Obviously, yes. There is a this pandemic thing going on right now that has made it so that a lot of things in life are a little bit different than usual. Namely, all of us are at home pretty much all the time now. If you can be, we're all hoping to be home. And for those of you out there who are still working and have to work, I appreciate you being out there. I know it's a scary time to be out and about and having to work. And we really appreciate people staying open so that we can eat and things like that. Thank you very much for that. So this has caused all sorts of disruptions to our normal routines. And one of those big routines for I think a lot of us is regular game nights and things like that, where you get to come together with friends, play some games, hang out, see each other, connect. And a lot of that's been taken away from us for very obvious reasons. It is temporary, but it's a bummer. You know, it's nice having routine. It's nice having those types of structures in life that kind of keep everything nice and smooth and keep things calm. And when those get disrupted, it can be a little bit tough to deal with. So something that we're all going through. So I'm curious, how you been doing with that? How you coping? And are you finding ways to still connect with your friends and play games? That's something that Nick and I have been figuring out ways to do during this time, is how do we keep playing games? Because it's such an important way for us to connect with the people that we love in the world. How can we do that from afar? How do we play games from isolation? I want to know in the comments how you've been doing that, and while you do that, I'll give you a couple examples of things that we've been able to do. One is we've been able to play some roll and writes, both on stream and then with friends and stuff by running like a Google Hangout or Zoom or something like that. And what we've done is, since we have the game with all the cards and stuff, we've made our camera just really focus on the table, and we've managed that part of the game by flipping over cards, and then everyone at home had their own little player board that they either printed out or from their own copy of Welcome To, and they were able to play along. We're all able to see each other and chat while we do this, and it felt really like as if we were just playing in a room together. It was super duper fun. So there's a lot of roll and writes out there that are not player limited, and you can play a lot of those things digitally so long as someone can see whatever dice or cards are being flipped over that everyone is using. If it's something like that, so long as everyone can kind of see, or you can say what these cards are, everyone can play together. And then you get to have the awesome conversation and stuff, and all the real juicy stuff that matters comes along with that. I get to have that human connection. So that's something that's been super duper cool. Obviously, there's things like Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia. We've been playing through the crew. Myself, Nick, Karen, we had Paula Deming and Matthew Jude. We also played a bunch of the crew when we were over in the UK during that harrowing time. And we've been able to continue playing that. So that's obviously super cool. And then we've been taking it further, trying to think of like, what are ways we can play games? And a friend of ours suggested, hey, let's play Krypto. Krypto is a team game. They were a couple, and they're self-isolating together. You know, they live together and stuff, so they're together. Nick and I are here together, so we played Krypto. They have a copy of the game. We have a copy of the game. It's teams anyway, so you only need to see your board, and you shouldn't be able to see your opponent's board. So what better way to play it than if they're way across the way, the camera's not facing their board. We can't cheat as much as we'd like to. We can't cheat, and we are able to play our quarantine house versus your quarantined house. And it was awesome. It worked super duper well. I've seen people playing just one, because you can show what you've written to a screen. People can cover their eyes and stuff. There's all sorts of creative ways people are playing games. So I want some inspiration, people. I want you to tell me, what have you been playing outside of specifically Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator type digital versions of games? Please put those in the comments as well. But if you've been playing physical games across cameras and the digital sphere, how have you been doing it? What have you done to rig up a way to play a game to include people that aren't with you physically? And I hope that you're playing games with your family. It seems like I've seen a lot of that as well, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a great way to connect, spend time, let the rest of the world fade away for a minute, and just come together around a table. So I really do believe that we are starved for connectivity right now because it's kind of a scary time, you know? And I love seeing people being driven to creative ends as a result of what's going on, finding ways, no matter what, to still connect, to come together, to play games, share in this hobby that we all love, that brings us together. We're not letting this situation, what's going on, get in the way of that. I love it. So please put what you're doing in the comments below to play games. Stay inside, folks. Stay healthy. Let me know how you're doing. We are streaming every day doing something. Come hang out with us because we're just as starved for the connectivity as everyone else is. So please come on down. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know if we can do anything to help you out. I love you all. Thank you. And just remember that whether or not you're not in the mood to play a game for very obvious reasons, or if you're finding each and every way you possibly can to play every game with everyone you love, the more meta, the more beta. Cheers.